Did you know you can recover the strength in your arms, legs, and back with foods that cost less than $5? And best of all, you don't need expensive supplements, pharmacy protein shakes, or impossible gym routines. Sarcopenia, that silent loss of muscle mass that steals independence from millions of older people, can be stopped with what you put on your plate every day. I'm Dr. Evelyn Carter, a physician specialized in geriatrics and nutrition, and today I'm going to reveal the 6 cheapest and most effective foods that can return strength to your muscles after 60 years old. Stay until the end because you'll not only learn about these powerful foods, you'll also learn exactly how to activate them correctly so your body takes full advantage. According to a study published in the Journal of Gerontology, older people who don't take care of their diet lose between 3% and 8% of their muscle mass each decade after 50 years old. This doesn't just affect physical strength, it also compromises balance, mobility, and especially independence. The saddest part is that many believe this is inevitable, that it's normal to age this way. And no, it's not. I've worked with people who went from not being able to get up from a chair without help to walking safely and climbing stairs in just a few weeks. And it all started with simple changes in what they ate. Write a 1 in the comments if you want to recover your muscle strength. Write share if you know someone who needs this information. Let's begin. Food number 6, plain yogurt without sugar. Have you ever wondered why some older people maintain their strength, upright posture, and ability to move easily, while others seem to deteriorate faster? An important part of the answer is in what they eat every morning, and here appears a tremendously underestimated food: plain yogurt without sugar. I'm not talking about yogurt with artificial flavors or the kind that comes with processed fruit and added sugar. I'm referring to plain white yogurt, without sugar, without sweeteners, without colorants. The one that has a tart flavor but incredible power for your muscles. This food provides easily digestible proteins that quickly reach your muscles to help regenerate them. And most importantly, it contains an essential amino acid called leucine, which acts like a switch that tells your body to start building new muscle mass. Did you know that after 60 years old, your body needs more leucine than before to get the same regenerative effect? That's why foods like plain yogurt are so important at this stage of your life. But there's more. Yogurt also contains probiotics that feed your gut flora. And science has demonstrated something fascinating. When your intestines are healthy, you absorb nutrients better, including the calcium, magnesium, and proteins that your muscles desperately need. A study from the University of Copenhagen discovered that older people with balanced intestinal microbiota have 30% more efficiency in muscle protein synthesis compared to those with intestinal imbalance. And what food improves that microbiota? Exactly, plain yogurt. You can consume it at breakfast or at night before sleeping. If you don't like the tart flavor, add a pinch of cinnamon or a few drops of fresh lemon. It's cheap, accessible to everyone, and each spoonful is a direct dose of muscle health. But this is just the beginning. The next food combines plant protein, fiber, and essential fatty acids in a perfect mix to nourish your muscles from the inside out. Food number 5, cooked oatmeal with chia seeds. Do you feel that in the mornings you have no energy, that your arms are heavy, or that your legs don't respond like before? Much of this is related to what you choose for breakfast. Oatmeal, when properly cooked, transforms into a soft, digestive food full of complex carbohydrates that release energy steadily for hours. This is vital for muscle because if there's no stable energy, your body starts using muscle as fuel. And that accelerates sarcopenia. Did you know that many people lose muscle without knowing it simply by having an inadequate breakfast? Cookies, white bread, coffee with sugar, foods that raise blood sugar sharply and then crash it, leaving the body without energy and the muscle without protection. Oatmeal, on the contrary, balances blood sugar thanks to beta-glucans, a type of fiber that acts as a natural insulin regulator, creating the perfect environment for the amino acids from your diet to be used to repair muscle and not be wasted. Now, when you add a spoonful of chia seeds, the effect is tremendously enhanced. Why? Because chia contains plant omega-3, calcium, iron, and high-quality protein. Additionally, it forms a gel that cleanses the intestine and improves absorption of nutrients from the oatmeal. An article published in Nutrition Research Reviews concluded that consuming foods rich in beta-glucans along with omega-3 sources significantly improves muscle endurance and reduces inflammatory markers in people over 60 years old. And how to prepare it? Very easy. Cook 3 tablespoons of oatmeal in water or plant milk for 5 minutes, and at the end add a tablespoon of chia that you've had soaking since the previous night. It's a cheap breakfast, quick and full of life. And if you don't have appetite in the morning, you can have it as a light dinner or even as a snack. The next food you probably already have at home, but you're not cooking it the right way. And by combining it with a special spice, the effect on your muscles can be impressive. Food number 4. Cooked lentils with turmeric. Lentils are classic in many American kitchens, but few older people know they can become a true muscle regenerator if prepared correctly. 1 cup of cooked lentils contains almost 18 grams of plant protein, along with iron, zinc, magnesium, and folic acid. But their true power appears when you combine them with an ancestral spice, turmeric. Turmeric doesn't just give color and flavor, it also contains curcumin, a natural substance with potent anti-inflammatory effects. Do your muscles hurt when you move? Do you feel your joints stiffer every morning? Many times it's not just wear and tear, it's because there's silent chronic inflammation that weakens muscles and delays regeneration. A study from the University of Cambridge showed that older people who included legumes like lentils and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric in their diet presented notable improvement in muscle mass and function after only 12 weeks. The key is in the preparation. Cook on low heat with garlic, onion, and turmeric, and to better activate curcumin, add a pinch of black pepper at the end. This dish isn't just tasty and comforting, it's a natural remedy for your muscles. Let me tell you about Mr. Robert, a 72-year-old man from Chicago who came to my office complaining of extreme weakness in his legs. He told me, "Doctor, I can no longer walk even 2 blocks without having to sit down. I feel like my legs are made of cloth." When I reviewed his diet, I discovered he had breakfast only with coffee and toast and ate mainly white rice with some chicken. 0 legumes, 0 anti-inflammatory spices. I designed a simple plan for him, include lentils with turmeric 3 times a week. In 6 weeks, Robert returned to my office walking upright. "Doctor, now I climb the stairs in my building without stopping. My legs have strength again." His transformation wasn't magic, it was intelligent nutrition. Worried about constipation? Lentils also provide fiber that improves digestion. Have high blood pressure? They're low in sodium. Tired of eating the same thing? You can prepare them in soups, stews, or even veggie burgers. And best of all, it's one of the most economical and abundant foods in America. But if you think that's all, wait until you learn about the next 3 foods. The following one has a little-known name for many, but it's being studied for its incredible ability to stop muscle mass loss even in people over 80 years old. Food number 3, hemp seeds. You may have never tried them or even heard of them, but hemp seeds are one of the most complete foods that exist in the plant world. And best of all, they're not a recent fad. They come from a very ancient plant that's been cultivated for centuries to obtain food, oils, and textile fibers. From where exactly? From industrial hemp, a variety of the cannabis sativa plant, but which has no psychoactive effect nor causes dependence. This is important to clarify because many people confuse hemp with marijuana, when in reality they're completely different things. Hemp is safe, legal, and used exclusively for nutritional or industrial purposes. These small seeds, light-colored with a mild flavor, are packed with nutrients. And most importantly, they contain complete protein. This means they provide all the essential amino acids that your muscles need to regenerate. Did you know that most plant foods don't have all those amino acids? That's why hemp is so valuable, because with just 1 spoonful, you're giving your body the foundation to rebuild muscles without needing expensive supplements. Additionally, hemp is rich in omega-3 and omega-6. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation and improve circulation, and this is key for muscles to receive nutrients and recover better. Has it ever happened that you feel weak, even eating well? Many times the problem isn't what you eat, but what your body can't absorb or transform. And that's where hemp makes the difference. It also contains magnesium, iron, zinc, and phosphorus. All these minerals work together to improve muscle contraction, balance, and cellular energy production. A study published in Nutrition and Metabolism concluded that older people who consume complete plant protein like hemp show better muscle mass maintenance compared to those who only consume incomplete proteins. And how to consume them? Very easy. You can add them to plain yogurt, mix them in a smoothie, sprinkle them over a salad, or even over brown rice. They don't have a strong flavor, they're not heavy, and they're easy to digest. A tip: leave them soaking the night before. This way, you activate the nutrients and make them even more effective. And where to find them? They're increasingly available. You can find them in health food stores, large supermarkets, or online. And with just 1 tablespoon a day, you're already giving a solid foundation to protect your muscles. But the best is coming now, because if you combine hemp with the next food, you'll be creating a combination so powerful that many specialists call it the natural muscle shield. Food number 2, natural gelatin with collagen and lemon. Did you know there's a food that's not only economical and delicious, but can also help your muscles, joints, and skin at the same time? It's gelatin, but not the industrial kind full of sugar, colorants, and preservatives. I'm talking about natural gelatin, made with unflavored collagen and accompanied by fresh lemon juice. Why is it so important for you? Because starting at 60 years old, your body begins to produce much less collagen. And without collagen, muscles lose firmness, tendons weaken, and joints hurt more. Have you ever felt your legs as if they had no support, or your arms more flaccid and without strength? Much of that has to do with collagen loss. And the good news is you can stimulate its production with adequate foods. Natural gelatin provides glycine, proline, and other fundamental amino acids to manufacture new collagen. And if accompanied by lemon, much better. The vitamin C in lemon acts like an igniter that activates collagen synthesis inside your body. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that older people who consumed hydrolyzed collagen along with vitamin C improved muscle firmness, skin tone, and joint mobility in just 12 weeks. But here comes the most interesting part. Gelatin also contains small amounts of protein, and although it's not a complete protein like egg or hemp, it's an excellent ally to complement other protein sources. You can have it as a snack, as dessert, after lunch, or before sleeping. It's light, easy to digest, and helps with nighttime muscle recovery. Want a quick recipe? Dissolve 1 tablespoon of unflavored collagen in half a cup of hot water. Add the juice of half a lemon and complete with more water until filling an entire cup. Let it cool and refrigerate for a few hours. And if you don't have collagen powder, you can also prepare homemade natural gelatin with pure neutral gelatin and citrus fruit juice. It's not as rich in collagen as the formula with supplement, but it's still a good option. And if you wonder whether this really makes a difference, the answer is yes, because when you give your muscles the materials they need to repair themselves, they respond, recover strength, tone up, and you feel it when you move every day. But we haven't reached the most important part yet, because food number 1 doesn't just help your muscles, it also activates your metabolism, protects your liver, improves digestion, and can change your daily energy. And best of all, you probably already have it available at your market. Are you ready to discover it? Food number 1, chicken or beef liver cooked correctly. Yes, you heard right. The liver, that humble, cheap, and often forgotten food, is actually one of the most powerful for recovering muscle strength after 60 years old. Surprising? Many avoid it because of its strong flavor or myths that have spread over the years. But science today confirms that liver is a superfood, especially for older people. And why? Because it's a natural and concentrated source of the nutrients your muscles desperately need. Complete protein, heme iron that's actually absorbed, zinc, vitamin A, B-complex vitamins, and choline, a key nutrient for muscle and neurological function. One serving of cooked liver provides more than 100% of your daily vitamin B12 needs. And B12 doesn't just give energy, it's also necessary to form new muscle and prevent weakening. Have you ever felt cramps, weakness, or fatigue for no apparent reason? You may have B12 deficiency, and liver is the best source to recover it naturally. A study from Boston University discovered that older people with good levels of B12 and choline have greater muscle mass and lower risk of falls and fractures. But there's more. The iron in liver is heme-iron, which the body absorbs easily, and that iron is key to carrying oxygen to muscles so they can contract well and recover after exertion. And you know what's best? Liver is one of the cheapest foods on the market. With just one serving per week, you're already giving your body a concentrated dose of what it needs most. Let me tell you about Mrs. Margaret, a 68-year-old woman from Boston who came to my office almost in a wheelchair. She told me, "Doctor, I can't even cook standing up anymore. I get tired in 2 minutes and my legs shake." When I reviewed her tests, I discovered she had severe B12 and iron deficiency. Her diet consisted mainly of soups, bread, and some fish. She never ate organ meats because they disgusted her. I explained the importance of liver and gave her simple recipes to prepare it without that strong flavor. Margaret started eating chicken liver once a week, well cooked with garlic, onion, and lemon. In 8 weeks, she returned, walking alone to the office. "Doctor, now I cook standing up again. I can walk around the market without getting tired." Her B12 and iron levels normalized, and her muscle mass started to recover. How to prepare it? Ideally, cook it on low heat in a pan or steamed without frying. Add garlic, onion, turmeric, and a touch of lemon to improve flavor and digestion. And if you don't like eating it plain, you can mix it with brown rice, mashed potatoes, or sautéed vegetables. Worried about cholesterol? Science has shown that dietary cholesterol from liver doesn't significantly affect blood cholesterol in most healthy people. And if you have doubts, consult me or consume it in small amounts, but don't exclude it from your diet just out of prejudice. Because believe me, this food can make the difference between an old age full of energy or a life limited by muscle loss. Well-cooked liver is without doubt the cheapest and easiest food to recover your muscle strength after 60, and it's within your reach. Now that you know the 6 most powerful foods to recover your muscle strength, you may be wondering, how do I include them in my daily life without complicating things? It's not about changing your entire diet at once. It's about making small, intelligent adjustments that add up over time and can make a real difference in your body. Here are some simple and practical ideas to integrate them into your week. Breakfasts that feed the muscle. If you usually have coffee with bread or just a fruit, try changing it at least 3 times a week for a nutritious and protective breakfast. Cooked oatmeal with a tablespoon of chia, soaked since the previous night, or plain yogurt without sugar with hemp seeds, sprinkled, and a bit of fresh fruit. These combinations are quick, easy to digest, and will give you stable energy during the morning, without sugar spikes. Meals that strengthen. Tired of rice with egg or pasta with sauce? Include at least twice a week a dish of cooked lentils with turmeric and black pepper. You can accompany them with brown rice, cooked plantain, or a salad. And at least once a week, prepare a serving of beef or chicken liver, well cooked with garlic, onion, and lemon. This dish is your natural shield against muscle loss. If you don't like the strong flavor, mix it with rice or mashed potatoes. Regenerating snacks. Between meals, instead of sweets, breads, or cookies, choose something that truly nourishes you. A cup of plain yogurt with a tablespoon of chia, a handful of fruit with hemp seeds, or a serving of homemade gelatin with unflavored collagen and lemon juice. These snacks aren't just light, they also help rebuild muscle while you rest or sleep. Light but nutritious dinners. At night, instead of just a hot beverage or toast, you can have a vegetable soup with lentils or a serving of cooked oatmeal with a bit of chia, cinnamon, and warm plant milk. This way, your body receives nutrients that will be used during the night to regenerate tissues. Extra tip: combine, vary, and simplify. You don't need to eat all 6 foods every day. Just make sure to include at least 3 or 4 throughout the week. Vary, combine, experiment in different ways. Don't have time to cook lentils every week? Make a big pot and freeze portions. Don't know how to eat hemp? Add it to any dish. It doesn't have a strong flavor. Don't like liver? Try mixing it chopped into stews or with rice. Your kitchen can become your most powerful pharmacy, and your plate the best gym for your muscles. Try this week calmly and at your own pace. And then tell me, did you feel more strength, less tiredness, better mobility? If this video helped you, tell me in the comments which of these 6 foods you already consume and which you'd like to start trying this week. Give it a like if you learned something new. Share with a family member who also wants to recover their strength and vitality. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep learning how to take care of your body naturally. Activate the bell so YouTube notifies you every time we publish a new video. I'm Dr. Evelyn Carter, and your muscle strength begins with what you put on your plate today.